All right, what's good, everyone? Join up the live right now. How's everybody doing today? What's good? What's good? What's good? Everyone joining up. How's everyone doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good to see everyone. Good to see everyone. What's up, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. We're gonna start getting some debates up here very soon. Once we start getting some people in here. How's everyone doing on YouTube and on TikTok? I just started the live. How's everybody doing? What's up? What's up, Jocelyn? What's up, David? What's up, Olivia? What's up, Lisa? What's up, Sweet by Renee? What's up, Court? What's up, Mila? How you doing? What's up, Jess? Brian, what's up? Courtney, how you doing? What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? We're going to start getting some debates up here very soon. We're going to get some debates very soon. How are the debates, everyone, today, if anyone's seen any? If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. It helps get it out to more people. Bad? Oh. Okay. Rough. All right. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how they go. We'll see how they go. We're going to start getting some people up here very soon. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
What's your birth year?
2005.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What month?
October 5th.
Okay, are you driving?
No.
Okay.
I am outside, though.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
Foreign policy.
Have I talked to you before?
No.
Okay. So what about foreign policy?
Yeah, I supported his strike on Iran and his support to Israel.
Okay. Here's my question then. Do you support defending Ukraine from Russia?
Yes.
You do? So do you think that Trump put us into a worse position because he pulled out the funding originally?
I think he pulled out the funding to try to get Russia to make a deal with Ukraine.
And he knew that wasn't going to happen because Zelensky already told him that that wasn't going to happen because that he's lied in the past. Right, and the same thing with Kamala Harris. She told Donald Trump as well.
So you think it's impossible to get a deal between Russia and Ukraine?
Well, I think that that's what Donald Trump thinks now. First of the Galaxy, thank you. I think that
That's what he thinks?
I think that Donald Trump has put away the idea or hope of a negotiation with Putin, and that's why he's funding Ukraine again.
Yeah, at this point, but I think when he was coming into his term, he was more hopeful.
Yeah. So, but he was clearly conned by Putin.
Conned? I
Yeah.
wouldn't say he was conned.
Kick, thank you so much for Push the Galaxy. Yeah, he was totally conned. I mean, he literally he was conned to be able to reduce the funding because he thought maybe he'll get a negotiation. He didn't get any negotiation. They ceded more power, and then he's in a worse position than he was prior.
How much did that small period of time where he cut off the funding really affect anything, though?
How much did the cutting off the funding really affect? A lot. It's been months without any funding. Right. And do you agree that it puts us in a significantly worse position?
The U.S.?
No, Ukraine. Like the defense of Ukraine from Russia.
No.
No, it doesn't. You don't think the cutting of funding for that long? Well, isn't that what like Zelensky's indicated, and isn't that what like intelligence reports indicated? I don't know. People also lost their lives. I mean, I don't see how you don't take that seriously.
I don't think him cutting off the funding was a good idea, but I don't think it had a significant impact on the war efforts. If that
it did have a large impact.
I mean, I wouldn't say so.
No, not even a large impact in your view. What?
Like, how would you measure that?
No, you'd measure that in the fact that they lost billions of dollars in expected funding and footing in terms of the defense against Russia. But go ahead.
Continue.
By the way, are you sure that I haven't talked to you before?
100%.
Because someone came up with the exact same position, the exact same name, and the exact same profile picture on a separate day that I've already debated, and I'm pretty sure that was you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm confused. Normally, three things like that don't match. You know?
I mean, if you want to kick me, you can, but I haven't talked to you sincerely.
No, no. Do you just can you just acknowledge that we did talk?
Mm. Oh, yeah. I joined the live and you instantly kicked me, but I haven't talked to you.
No, I didn't instantly kick you. I've talked to you before.
No, I've definitely not talked to you. I mean, you can not believe me if you want, but
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm almost certain. I did. I wasn't gonna say it until like he held the exact same position. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Man, I'm old enough.
You said how old?
Old enough. I'm just pooping right now. I don't know. That's all I want.
Dude, what a weirdo. We're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19,
What's your birth year?
2006.
What month?
March.
I feel like they're a fetus. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello? I'm 21.
What's your birth year?
2004.
What month?
June 24th.
Okay. And do you support Donald Trump?
Trump is a mean person. He's not a nice person. That's why he says he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He's just not a nice person.
So, do you support him?
Kinda, yeah.
Like, if you could go back in time, would you vote for Donald Trump over Kamala Harris?
He's a mean person.
Are you gonna answer my question?
I voted for Trump, but I don't know. But the big beautiful bill, I don't really like it. I've heard some
Like,
bad things about the
if you could go
beautiful
back in
bill.
time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
I gotta think about that one.
You should think about that one in the comment section real quick. Tech, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much, Tech. I appreciate it. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 49
Do you support Donald Trump?
all day long.
Why so?
Well, the policy, I live in California. So one of the big things is the water crisis that we had out here. With the water crisis, they're anti-farming, the Democrats. And, they put the pumps in the ground, made a big issue about it. Now, this is how it is. Trump's for the farming. And when you're in California, farming is what matters.
What?
So the Environmental Species Act that Trump overturned, they put these rodents first. Now, if you look at it, they put mice, the mice. Now they passed a law now that you can't really kill mice anymore. So they make a big issue about these little rodents and stuff. What's going to happen when these things get out of hand? Then you can't buy freaking mouse traps for your house. So this is against all the little things the Democrats do.
What bill is this in California?
It's one of the bills that passed in the House for the mice.
Which bill is this? Could you let me know?
I am not sure, brother, but they just passed the bill. So it has to do with the rodents.
Yeah. And what the Mice Act, or when did they drop this?
I don't know. It's the environmental species, man. They're making a big issue about these freaking rodents.
I mean, then you should be able to tell me where to find the information, right?
I'm not sure, but they just passed it. It's one of my clients is they're in the business, and they made a big issue about little things over here in California.
Well, I live in California as well. I've never heard of this before. I'd love to hear about this. Where did this pass?
Not too long ago.
Mm-hmm. And
Take a look at it.
how come I haven't heard about this? I mean, I live in California.
Dude, they passed all kinds of Mickey Mouse bills, brother. And then we got a homeless problem out here in Fresno. And
Okay,
these
so you're
Democrats-
Northern California?
Yeah, in Fresno, California.
Okay, so I just want to ask you a question. You said that like Democrats are anti-farming. How are they anti-farming? Are you saying environmental policy?
Well, the environmental policies, right, that they put out over here, especially with the water situation, because they're pro solar and all this other garbage, yada yada yada. So when we know that farming,
You're not pro
is
solar?
hell no.
Why
Solar's
not?
Why? Why am I going to support an entity that doesn't benefit us? In California, it's all about PG&E ripping everybody off over here.
Solar does benefit us. What are you talking about? A huge portion of our energy is solar.
Brother, I'm talking about farming. They put solar first in the farming industry. The water
Well,
crisis.
I mean, we would put a lot of the
fish.
solar panels right in like desert areas, right, places that we're not.
I
farming
understand,
in.
but you don't take out farmlands to put solar panels in there.
Okay, I'm confused. I mean, if there was a particular business owner doing that, that's that business owner. That's not. I thought you didn't want these regulations that restrict people from doing what they want, but now you're saying there should be restrictions that force people to farm.
Well, here's the regulations, right? The diesel. Well, we changed the diesel stuff in California. The smog, that you can't do this and can't do that. The green energy policies, it's horrible.
So
we have the worst.
what specific green energy policy do you disagree with? Feisty,
Let's
thank you
talk
so
about
much for
the-
the 5 subscriptions on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much for member subscriptions. Thank you.
I'm talking about the Environmental Species Act.
Okay, so
The Environmental Species Act puts a lot of pressure on the farming industry, right? Where the farmers are allowed to get the water that they need to to produce the
okay,
crops.
I'm gonna look this up. I just want to ask you, like, what does that have to do with Kamala Harris?
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Kamala Harris. She's just trash. This is my personal.
How is she quote unquote trash? And also, I just looked up your act and I don't see it at all. Are you talking about, or do I have to put California after, or is this a federal policy?
Especially for California, we have the biggest homeless problem in California.
Now you're
brother.
moving to a different thing.
Well,
are you talking about the
that's-
California Endangered Species Act?
There you go.
Okay, so threatened and endangered species. So I'm sorry, you want endangered species to be killed?
You're not talking about endangered species. People come first in the fish. People come first in everything else.
Yeah,
So
wait,
with
I'm sorry.
the-
Where are these? Which endangered species are we protecting that's
Well, we can
preventing
talk
us
about-
from saving human lives?
Let's talk about the fish, right? The Delta smelt. That's the biggest one.
Okay.
And the way the waters transfer from the Delta.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm confused. How is that leading to people dying?
We're not talking about people dying. I'm talking about
You
people.
you just said that you wanted to put people over the endangered species. So I was like, okay,
Listen,
so
brother. Listen. Let's get an example. So the allocation for water for the San Joaquin River, right? You got to have a certain amount of water for the salmon, right? There's no salmon running in the San Joaquin River in Fresno. Okay, it beats the point. All that waste, all that water goes into the San Joaquin River goes into the ocean. That water should be used for the farmers and for the people. The Endangered Species Act on the Delta smelt.
Wait. So here's my question: wouldn't that have environmental impacts that could lead to there being less water in the region for you to have access to? Didn't that historically happen in California?
So you know what the problem is? That the Democrats are allowing the cities to dump
Wait.
San Joaquin
No.
River.
I want you to understand.
Dump
this, right?
toxic waste.
Historic.
That's bad. That's what's
listen.
killing the fish.
Wait. That's
They
we
should
all,
find other
so we
ways
also need
to,
so
to
listen.
clean
So listen,
this problem.
so we also need regulation, right? Specifically to
Regulation?
to limit the toxic
No, no,
waste.
no.
Listen, let me please finish. We also need regulation to limit the toxic waste from being put into the different types of water, right? Which is exactly what you're saying,
Yes.
right? We should be against. You're saying we shouldn't have regulation.
No,
That's
we
an
should have
environmental
regulations.
regulation.
No. I'm talking about not being biased on that fish. That fish issue was getting the water to transfer, right? Because they said that the Endangered Species Act of the Delta smelt was in that area. They couldn't transfer the water into the farming area. So that's why all that water gets dumped into the ocean.
Wait, here's my question. Why don't you just buy water from other places?
How are you going to buy water, brother? I'm telling you, it's $1,800 a square foot to transfer water on the west side.
We buy water from Colorado.
You can't. How are you going to transfer the water
Yeah,
over
we
here?
do. Wait, I'm sorry. A lot of our water comes from Colorado. You know that, right? From the
Brother.
Colorado River.
I'm talking about the Delta. The water that comes into the Delta.
I'm sorry. Why do you specifically have to get the water from that area?
Well, because it comes to the farmlands over here. So we can have, farming.
I understand, but you can get water through other means. Like we have mechanisms.
It doesn't go through there. It goes to the Delta.
So then why
And
don't
it
you
comes
build
to the
up
Delta.
infrastructure to be able to do this? Why don't you advocate for that rather than specifically saying that like,
Well, we
oh,
tried to
we
build
should just.
infrastructure that was killed.
Well, the
Remember?
infrastructure that you're referencing is ecologically harmful.
So we try to build more dams, but we can't build dams over here because the Democrats were against the
Yeah,
dams.
yeah, because you have to think about whether or not it's ecologically harmful. Do you care about
That's
about
been a
like
big issue.
nature at all?
We'd love to have the Democrats help us out over here on a lot of these projects. That'd be very nice.
Well, I'm confused. So, like, you say you need all these Democrats to act this particular way. Why do you choose to still live in California, given that you don't like Democrats?
Because we have nowhere to go, brother. We have businesses to run over here. We're born here. We're gonna stay here. We'll fight this fight.
Okay, so you want to live in California and be around liberals all the time?
Brother, we live. Who cares? There's liberals and Democrats everywhere. I mean, and Republicans everywhere. You just blend in. You know, people are people. But you gotta set the politics aside when it comes to people. People should come first, then the politician, then the the law.
So yeah, that's exactly what we're saying. You understand that if we put people first, right, then you wouldn't be voting for people like Donald Trump, right?
No, I like Donald Trump.
Really,
I'm
really.
gonna
So
example
you
here.
like that he cut off people off of Medicaid and food stamps?
That's fine. People
Really?
have to go.
So it decreased
no, really
after-tax
fine.
income for the bottom 20% of income earners.
Brother, people have to go and work. We're not over here, take care of it. I have to work and work 7 days a week just to pay my bills. Those people should be they're not entitled to any free stuff. Survival of the fit, it should be that way. You should be on food stamps for 3 to 6 months, not all your life.
Wait. You said survival of the fittest. So do you think that people should die if it is the case that they can't afford it?
That's their fault.
Oh,
You know how it
it's
is
so
too.
wait.
Why should I
Wait.
think
So
so?
here's my question. So you would let people starve to death? You'd
That's
let
fine.
people
You don't-
I have a
you don't
question.
start in
Do you
California
think
'cause
do you,
it's
do you think
free.
hospitals should be able to restrict people from getting emergency access to healthcare if they can't afford it?
Well, that's another issue.
Well, I'm asking you.
I don't go to the doctor. If I get sick, I take care of myself. I don't. If there's a lot of people
What?
that get
That's
cold.
ridiculous to say.
No,
Do you
listen,
go to the
people-
dentist?
I go to dentists all the time, and I pay.
Okay,
and I pay my
okay.
dentist.
So you do believe in medicine, right?
No. I don't believe in the medicine. I believe the doctors are corrupt, right? And the whole cancer and all the other stuff.
The doctors are corrupt. So are dentists corrupt?
All of them. A dentist, yeah, for the most part, most of them are.
So then why do you go to dentists?
Do I clean my teeth? And so I can have clean
Wait, but
teeth.
like, how do you know that that's even effective to clean teeth? How do you know that you're not
Clean
harming
teeth is
yourself?
like, my ex-girlfriend was a surgeon, so clean teeth is the most important thing. But for doctors,
Wait.
people
I'm sorry. Why do you accept that information, but you don't accept it when it comes to doctors?
no, because doctors are all about the money and they can care less when it comes to cancer.
And are dentists
diabetes.
not about the money?
They're about the money too, but at least they don't stick you with a big fat bill.
They do.
You know?
What are you talking about? Dentists absolutely
bill-
give you a big bill
Dude,
in
my
plenty
bill-
of
my bill is
circumstances.
It's cheap when I go to the dentist.
Okay. Okay, sure. I'm not disputing that, but like, that it can be cheap in certain scenarios. That doesn't take away from.
but I think
Hold up.
you gotta
Let me please
maintain-
finish.
You got to maintain your teeth every 6 months.
I understand.
You know,
But
go to the
so wait.
teeth
So then why don't you think that they're just trying to get money out of you and that they're just giving false information in order to get you to keep coming back?
Always. Doctors are bad. You know, doctors are bad,
So
brother.
then the
corrupt.
same thing
People
is
get
true with
cancer,
dentists.
just let 'em rot
Wait,
and die.
I'm so confused why you accept the science that indicates that
Well,
like you
people
should
don't die
fucking
from
keep your
cancer.
teeth clean, but you don't accept the science around like
Dude,
doctors.
do you know that people
By the
don't
way,
die
let
when
me
you go
just
to
go
the
back
dentist?
to my
That's
original
very
question.
rare.
Let me go back
I'm
to.
talking about doctors.
Hey.
That's a whole other issue.
I'm gonna go back to my original question. Can you explain to me? Do you think that in a scenario where someone needs emergency access to healthcare, that they should be restricted access to emergency healthcare if they cannot afford it? Do you think that should be legal?
We didn't pay for that.
Oh,
People should
Is this guy driving too?
ride.
Hello?
You would agree with that. Hey, I said everybody wants a free ride. Forget that.
Are you driving?
Yeah, I'm in my car.
Yeah, you got to come on when you're not driving. Sage, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously though, the dentist is expensive. I don't know. And also, by the way, that should be totally fucking covered as well. I think that's a part of healthcare, right? Medicare for all would include also providing access to dental as well, as it should. Like that's ridiculous to me that it doesn't, that we don't have a system for that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, hey, I'm 32.
Yeah, do you support Donald Trump?
Somewhat.
Like if you could go back in time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah,
Why so?
because I'm pro-life.
Here. Can I thank some people real quick and then we'll go into the conversation?
Yeah, you're fine.
For sure, for sure. Libby, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Libby, for the $50. They said, yeah, my neurosurgeon was very corrupt by stopping my seizures. Yeah, it's diabolical that people say that. And because they literally deny people who have been helped. Sage, thank you for the $2 as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, as well as Libby. As well as Sid with the $50 on Venmo for congrats on 200K on YouTube. So very deserved. So lucky to be here to see your career grow. Thank you so much, Sid. Can we get some W's for Sid in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Sid. I really appreciate it. Thank you. W's for Sid. W's for Sid. Okay, for sure. So you said you support Donald Trump because you're pro-life. I have a question. Are you Christian? Is that the reason?
I am Christian. That's not the reason.
Okay, so what is the reason?
The fetus has something I value. I think it's a person.
Okay, what is a person?
It's an ontological category of value.
Yeah, no, I'm asking like, what is a person? Can you give me like a definition in which I could?
Yeah,
use
I
to apply
got you.
to certain
So the
scenarios?
ontological, I got you. The ontological category of value is indexed to some property P, some network of predicates XYZ. In this case, the property would be its soul, and its predicates would be the powers of the soul thereof.
So the soul. So that's gonna be some religious description of a soul, correct? Or like what type
No,
of
it's
description of a soul do you hold to?
It's hylomorphic.
Do you want to speak in English? Like genuinely, like dude, you don't have to use language like that to like make it not clear to the audience.
Why are you already
Right.
crashing out? Oh my god. It's Aristotelian, dude.
Yeah,
Lock in.
No. Just like please, bro. Speak English instead of Phil, bro. I don't like this. This is ridiculous.
It's an Aristotelian soul.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Can you just describe specifically what you mean in language that people can generally understand?
Well, you read philosophy, right? You debate theism, and this isn't too hard.
By the
so
way,
yeah.
so I just want you to like use basic language. Would you like to do that real quick? Do you
Yeah, I
actually
got you.
do you have the capacity to do that? That's the
Oh,
real
he's already
question.
crashing out, bro. He's crashing out. Just calm down. Okay, cool. So,
I'm crashing
literally,
out?
all we're talking about here when we're talking about the Aristotelian soul is that some composite objects in the universe are composed of matter and form. I take it that the fetus is composed of matter and form, therefore necessarily having a soul.
Okay, so anything that has matter or form has a soul. So do you think that like a pencil has a soul?
No,
Does it have matter or form?
no.
What is matter or form? I'm confused. So pencils are not made of matter, chat. They have no form.
Not using matter in the physical sense.
What? Pencils are not matter in the physical sense. Get the fuck off my live, dude.
No, they are.
Rage bait to the extreme. Rage bait to the extreme. Please stop. No. No. I can't. Pencils are not matter in the physical. I can't. Dude. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't, bro. Please. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Yo, I just want to say I love what you do.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Weirdo. Bro, the people saying in the comment section that I'm running or that I kicked out of fear is diabolical. The rage bait is diabolical. Please join the live. Oh my god. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Ariana, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you.
Yes,
I don't think I have. Oh, appreciate you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, fuck Donald Trump.
Okay, you know what? It's just Democrats trolling me in the comment section. That's what it is. We've run out of MAGA. It's just literally people who are trolling me in the comment section who hate Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? I'm getting rage baited by people on the left. They're not even real comments. I can't even. Yo, dude. Dude. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Let's go on to the next person. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19,
What's your birth year?
2006.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah,
1 month, 2006.
May.
Okay, so why do you support Donald Trump?
Um,
I think they're a fetus. Yeah, I was about to kick them. I was like, I don't think that they're an adult. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you?
I did not mean to do this. I'm so
You're good. Don't worry. You're good. You're good. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
26.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, sir.
What's your birth year?
1998
What month?
of October.
For sure. So why do you support Donald Trump?
Nah, I don't support him, bro. It sounds like your videos.
For sure. I appreciate you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Please, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
47.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, sir.
Why so?
Because I think the Democrats just, in general, they love to keep you down. From what I see, they'll give you everything to keep you dependent on them. And that's what I don't like.
Okay, what do you
And
mean
so
by that?
I just support Republican, period, at this point. I've been a Democrat, like I was raised being a Democrat. But from what I see, I'm from the hood. In the hood, they'll give you, the Democrats they'll give you all the food stamps, they'll give you all the financial support you need to stay in the hood. They don't want you to rise up.
So I have a question. Are you saying that like we should limit people from having access to health insurance and food stamps? But wouldn't that like
I'm not
restrict
saying
children
that. I'm
from
saying
having?
that. Nope. What I'm saying is that like, take for example, since Donald Trump came back in, now you can get food stamps, but you gotta go take that class now. A lot of people don't like that.
Wait,
They rather
there's no class. Like there
well
were
here
work requirements that already existed for food stamps.
yeah,
They
no
just made
fact,
them
that's
harder.
facts, that's facts. But now they enforcing it.
They
They
were already
enforcing
enforcing it.
whatever they was doing. I don't know what city you in. That maybe in your state they was, but in this state, everybody now is talking about it. In Wisconsin, everybody talking about it. They hate Donald Trump because they like their food stamps getting cut. Now they got to go take that workforce class or whatever, and it's just a big issue. But it ain't just been that. It's
Wait,
been that way for years.
wait, hold up. So like, in terms of food stamps, do you think people are like living off of food stamps?
I mean, I know for a fact they are. Yes.
Okay, how much
And
do you think people are getting in food stamps?
It's not about that. It's about not wanting to have much more than what they're giving you. It's about saying, hey, I'll take these food stamps and I don't have to work.
Yeah, I know. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, how much do you think people are getting in food stamps? You think that they can just get food stamps and not work at all?
I know a lot of people that do.
Okay. Can you
I know a
explain
lot of people that do.
Okay. Can you explain to me like how much they're getting so that they can do that?
I mean, well, just say one person. One person get like 290, something like that. One person.
So to clarify, someone's living their entire life off of $290 a month?
Oh, if they can, they will.
How-
Yeah.
Yeah, can you explain to
in
me?
this city. I don't know about. I'm not speaking around the world. I'm saying I'm in Wisconsin. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you getting about one person getting about 297, something like that, and yeah, they'll live off of that forever if they can, if the government let them.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you explain to me how they're going to be able to pay for things in their life on that much money?
That's the whole point. That's my point right there. You
No,
can't
I'm
survive
actually
off that.
wait. Okay,
No,
so
no,
then
listen,
if they
I get
can't,
what
so
you're
then how would
saying.
they be doing that? That's just like you're just
Yeah,
making that up.
and see, that's the whole point. Exactly. It sounds unbelievable. And this is what I'm talking about. This is why it's a problem because it's a lot of people who stay in poverty because of that. They
Okay,
stay in poverty because of that.
so then are you saying that we shouldn't provide any social programs for people who are in need because it will
No, I think
keep
you
them
should
in a
provide
state
social
of dependence?
programs.
Wait, no. Here's
Nope.
what it seems like your argument is that we shouldn't provide social programs such as Medicaid and food stamps because it keeps people in a quote unquote state of dependence. Is that your position?
No, absolutely
Okay,
not.
so would you like to clarify your position so that I could understand?
So what I'm saying is that the government should help. I appreciate that the government helps, but with terms of you have to be doing something for yourself to try to better your situation. Period. And a lot of times, here in Wisconsin, it's just not enforced. If it's like that in other states, it might be, but in Wisconsin, same thing with Section 8. I know people that's been on Section 8 30
So
years.
like,
They won't-
what would you like to change about how the system works in terms of qualifications that would then put people in a position where they're quote unquote bettering their situation themselves to a greater extent?
What I think is great is making someone go to school. At the bare minimum, school should be a requirement, some type of degree, some type of something where you can get a job, where you can at least try to get a job. If you trying and you can't get hired, that's different. But at
Can I
least
ask you a
some type of
question?
education.
Can I ask you a question? So I don't see why it would only be education as
Hold
if
on,
people.
hold on, my phone. I gotta end this call.
Huh?
Okay, go. I'm sorry, your call came in. You said what now?
Yeah, so like I don't think that just saying making someone go to school would make any sense because they can't just do education for the rest of their life. Now, in terms of like saying people should go to school in order to be able to pay for these sorts of things, that would be time that they're spending that they're not getting paid to be able to pay for things that they need to in their life. Now, that in terms of an opportunity cost would be great to incentivize people to do more education, but forcing people in order to be able to get basic things like food stamps and health insurance, I think is ridiculous because if people don't have access to health insurance, they die at a greater rate because they don't get access to preventative health care. I think everyone in this country, regardless of who they are, should have health insurance, right? Free at the point of service. I believe in something called Medicare for all, so that's like healthcare, dental, medical health, and mental health, anything like that, right? All covered, right? Free at the point of service for everyone, right? I believe that should be the case because 45 to 68,000 Americans die every single year due to lack of health insurance, and countries around the world have systems set up in terms of universal healthcare access where they spend almost half as much per individual as we do, and they actually have better average health outcomes. So we can have a better system where we spend less and we take care of more.
I agree. I think you're absolutely right. I agree with what you're saying, but I do think that if you're able-bodied, then you should be you shouldn't just be able to get all that assistance and you're not trying to do nothing for yourself. You're just living off of it because the government is paying for it, the taxpayer is paying for it. To me, I mean, that's just not right. It's just not.
Wait, I'm sorry. Think about it this way. Children don't have jobs, right? Children get public education, right? Do you believe that they should continue to get public education even though right now they are not currently doing something that you would consider as a quote unquote net positive to society because they're not working or whatever? Okay, so we understand that the programs that we have to benefit people in terms of these social programs are meant to put people into a position where they can in the future, and oftentimes it does in terms of food stamps, in terms of health insurance access, right? That absolutely provides a baseline so that people can go out, right, and be able to get a job. Oftentimes, people are less likely to be able to go out and do those things if they do not have those different types of preventative mechanisms in terms of social programs in place to ensure that people are taken care of, given that they can't afford it.
I mean, I understand supporting someone while they're chasing their dream or getting to their goal, but it's a difference between that and what I see. What I see here is a lot of I seen people not even want to work just because they don't want to lose their food stamps or they don't want to lose They're Section 8. So you gonna be, I know family members, they're gonna be in that situation for the rest of their life. And then they complain.
Okay, so if someone wants to live in certain conditions, right, would you specifically say that they should be cut off by the government so that they live in worse conditions? Or would you want to establish a baseline so that regardless of the scenario, they're going to be taken care of? Like we'd want that for our family members.
You know what?
So think about it this way. Say a family member stopped
Yeah,
working.
I feel
Would you
you.
want them
I
to
hear
starve
you.
to death? Would you want them not to have access to health insurance? And if you would want those things to be applicable to them from that sort of basis, well, then think about like if no one in your family would be there to be able to provide that for them. What you would require in that scenario is a government to be able to provide that for them, given that your family couldn't be there for them. So we all want, as a society, for there to be a system set in place to provide that type of social safety net for our family members, given that we couldn't be there to provide for them. So we should provide that for the people who cannot be there for their family members, or for those that do not have family to be there for them, or for people that don't have those to be there for them, and that would rely on the government in that circumstance because no one else would be there to help them.
I think that poverty raises the crime rate. I think that the more people you got that's down like that, the more drama you're gonna have in the world, and that's just the way it is. I've been at the bottom many years, and I just think that I do think no. I mean, to answer your question, yes, I believe that the government should still help the people that's down. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless, I do think that, but I think it's kind of like I don't know. It's messed up, and I think it's better to try to push them to do better.
Sure. And I think that that's a societal thing of us trying to push people to help out each other in terms of our community members, rather than it being like people shouldn't get access to health insurance or like food stamps if they don't particularly do something. The force that you're trying to imply here, right, is going to actually be more detrimental towards helping people in the long run. So I think what you're referencing is that like you want in culture for people to be given more things where they can build themselves up socially speaking, have more social mobility. And actually, if we look at cultures or not cultures, societies around the world, right, that specifically have right sets of conditions in which will create more social mobility, oftentimes we see that there are social programs as a fundamental aspect of creating that social mobility, because providing a baseline for everyone creates more opportunity for everyone. Like K through 12 education, that creates more opportunity for everyone, right? That's better for our society.
Yeah.
We want a more educated a population that is voting in elections. And I would say that we need even more education, right? We need more focus on better education, right? And being there for people, right? Especially in the context of a community. We need to be paying our teachers more, right? Teachers shouldn't have to, go into their own pockets to be able to afford school supplies. That actively, I think, harms the culture that, students are going to be growing up in terms of like around education. I think that education needs to be made more fun, to involve children more. Not fun in like a you can not do anything sort of way, but like and you need to like sort of change the culture around education to make it fun, right, for people to engage with, in order for people to want to continue to engage with, and especially for children to want to, especially given social media in the modern era. We need to update education to advance with the times.
I mean, I agree. I understand that definitely. But that could be Democrat or Republican. That.
Yeah.
I think that's the Republican stance more than Democratic. Personally.
No, actually, well, I mean, Trump's advocating to abolish the Department of Education. So please explain to me how that's more of a Republican position.
I heard that, but I seen something about that, but I think it depends on. I think that's a touchy subject. It's not like he just like you could throw that out there, yeah, but where is the cuts actually coming in at? Because if it's this school down here where the people is where all the gangsters going and they shooting up the schools, they doing things like that, then maybe those schools need to be broke up, because I would rather have one bad seed in this school than a bunch of bad seeds in one school. So that's what I see here.
I'm so confused. I'm confused what you're.
Okay, let me give you an example. It's a school here where you have you might have you might have 1,000 kids and 600, 700 of those kids are gang banging bad students. Everything is bad. That school to me need to be cut and need to be closed down, and the students need to be be dispersed amongst the to the better schools. I just feel like from what I see,
So wait, hold up. Can I address this? So you say send people to quote unquote better schools. Why don't you try to
go ahead.
fund schools to make the schools better in the very first place? To be able to provide more resources and social mobility to every community, and
Well,
not
no,
just
I
hyper specifically
understand
say
that,
that
but let
it
me
should be
just
only certain
okay.
communities. Because then also what you're doing is you're displacing a lot of students that were near that particular school, right, towards other schools where it might be harder for them to get access to. Right? Like people have to go very long routes in terms of buses to be able to get to those certain areas. And think about like children every single day. Oh, my TikTok just cut off. Hello? Do people on YouTube still hear me? Why did my TikTok just crash? Is the stream lagging for anyone else? Oh, it looks like I must be lagging. Huh, interesting. I am lagging. Fuck. Do you hear me? I'm trying to fix it, everyone. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. I don't know why it does this. It's really frustrating. Hello? It's not lagging for me at all? We're back? Yeah, I just connected to my hotspot. I don't know why my internet keeps doing... Like, the fact that I have so many issues with my internet is so annoying to deal with. It's really frustrating, to be totally honest. Like, I don't know why this keeps happening. Like, it's actually really annoying at this point. Like, what am I supposed to do? For some reason... I just don't know why it cuts everything off. Lag here, yeah. Look, I can't even... Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so horrible. I don't know what's going on, chat. I'm so sorry. It's like it's getting really ridiculous that like this keeps happening. Cause like I don't know. I just hit a restart. I'm sorry. I'm about to just end the stream because it's like I'm gonna lose so many people that it's just gonna fuck it up anyway. I know it's buffering. We're on a hotspot right now, everyone. It's the most annoying thing ever. I'll see if I get the internet back. Give it a second. Hello? Does anyone hear me right now? Hello?